Choppy, Austin's PP. We are here
Nah, no.
reviewing another episode of WWF Monday Night Raw because this was Austin's idea.
Yeah, it's been my idea for a while now. Which we had to watch the main part of the fucking deal, goddamn, on YouTube because Peacock are pieces of shit and they like to cut shit out because they don't like to preserve history, pieces of shit. But
Yeah.
this was the August 3rd, 1998 episode of Raw, the infamous Choppy the PP episode.
That they didn't even show on Peacock.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking bullshit. But we saw everything else, and then we had to watch like the fucking other like goddamn 8 seconds on YouTube.
Yeah, it was
But
literally only like 8 seconds that they cut out. Like, I don't know why.
I don't know why either. They did that same thing with fucking ICP's live performance, if you remember.
Yeah.
But the show wasn't as cursed as what we usually review. The only cursed part was probably Val Venus, and a couple other things. Not as much though. Um, so it started off with goddamn. Wait, who came out first? Like my brain is
Oh,
rotting.
you want to know who came out first? The Nation of Domination.
I thought it was, but I was making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nation of Domination comes out, and The Rock and Owen Hart won a title shot against Undertaker and Stone Cold for the tag team titles. Random ass team as tag champs and shit, but yeah, fucking they are the tag champs, and The Rock and fucking Owen Hart want a title shot, which they promptly get tonight on the main event. And then fucking we get Stone Cold coming out because he's calling out Stone Cold after Sergeant Slaughter came out and tried to calm things. And then goddamn Undertaker comes out. And then Mankind comes out and attacks Undertaker. And then
Mm-hmm.
fucking Kane's out there as well. And it's this whole fucking barrage of shit. And Stone Cold goes in there and gets just fucking jumped and destroyed for a little bit by fucking Owen and The Rock. And eventually gets the upper hand after fucking a long ass time of getting his ass whooped. But yeah, that was pretty much that fucking segment. What was the next match?
Oh, well, this is I want you to talk about this, Austin, because up next was a fight in the Brawl for All tournament. And
Okay.
so can you please explain to me, because I don't really know much about it. And just kind of, can you explain what Brawl for All is for people that might not
I'm
know?
just gonna go ahead and explain what it is and what the history was and
Okay.
how it went down. So, the idea was created by can you just guess? Just
Vince
guess.
McMahon.
Wrong Vince.
Oh my God, Vince Russo.
Yep.
Of
Yep, yep,
course.
yep. And so this is a Vince. This is something I forgot to tell you. This is like prime Vince Russo booking for WWE. So, uh, Brawl for All. JR pitched an idea of having Dan Severn on the roster and signing Dan Severn, right? They did that. So Vince Russo's idea of getting him over was to make a tournament of just jobbers and all this shit and make it A shoot tournament. Now you might ask. Well, Austin, what's a shoot tournament? Well, a shoot tournament
Oh
is
god.
basically where you take a handful of fucking people and have them beat the living fuck out of each other for real and try to book it like nothing's gonna go wrong. So we had people see, and keep in mind, this isn't just your ordinary like fucking jobbers. Like this isn't like Crash Holly or anything. No, this is people. I'm talking Godfather, Dan Severn, fucking Bradshaw was in this. Devin Bradshaw.
wasn't
You're telling me nothing?
wasn't fucking Butterbean in this shit?
I will get the Butterbean. He was not in the Brawl for All, but I will get the Butterbean. So just imagine, Devin, if you're in the ring and you got boxing gloves on, who would you want to be like fighting against? Would you rather Too Cold Scorpio, or would you rather fucking big ass fucking Bradshaw coming at you with his fucking hands and about to fucking wreck your face?
Too Cold Scorpio.
Exactly. So we also had Bart Gunn. Now Bart Gunn's important to this. I'm just naming like off important names because there's some names in here that just did not matter, like fucking Savio Vega did not last. But fucking some injuries occurred because Devin, did you the bright idea of having people shoot fighting and not thinking that there was going to be injuries.
Oh my
So,
god.
you want to know why Dan Severn tonight wasn't wrestling at like full capacity?
Why?
Because in the second round of the Brawl for All, he hurt his knee
Oh my god.
and basically had to forfeit the Brawl for All. He was supposed to be the winner. So after they fucking had to like have Dan Severn forfeit, they legitimately did not know what the fuck was going to happen, booking wise or anything. So anybody could have won that shit. And you know what? Anybody did. It was Bart Gunn.
So wait, what do they get for winning?
Oh, yeah, well that's where Butterbean comes in.
Oh my god.
So, at WrestleMania, Bart Gunn got a boxing match with Butterbean and got his shit rocked.
Oh my god.
And it was released like fucking 6 months later.
Oh my god. Why?
If you want a more in-depth look on the Brawl for All, watch The Dark Side of the Ring. It has Jim Cornette in The Dark Side of the Ring because he was involved in the stupid ass booking decisions because he had to deal with dumbass fucking Vince Russo pitching this. So he talks greatly about how he wants to fucking strangle Vince Russo because of this idea and many more. So if you would like to know more about the Brawl for All, go ahead and watch the Dark Side of the Ring episode on it. Oh, by the way, Draws is in the Brawl for All, so that's always great too.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that was the Brawl for All, and as we saw, fucking
did they only ever do it once? They never did it again.
Oh yeah. Why the fuck would they do it again? It was such a fucking disaster. Dude, multiple injuries. They tried to book shoot fights. That's like, okay. That's like, Devin, if we sat there and tried to book Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor that happened years ago. If we actually tried to fucking book that and it was like a fixed fight. That's what they were trying to do, but they couldn't fix it because they were actually Vince Russo wanted it to be actual shoot fights.
What was he afraid if it wasn't actual shoot fights, it wasn't gonna be like believable or something?
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my
'Cause
god.
his whole point with wrestling is he likes believability. Even though he's the same guy that will sit there and constantly put insider terms in his promos and everything like that,
Jesus Christ.
and he constantly shoots. But he sat there and he was like, "Oh yeah, we got to make this believable, bro. We got to make this believable." And shit, like and he has the gall. He's in that Dark Side of the Ring episode 2. He has the fucking gall to defend this idea. He has the gall to
He
defend this
defends it?
shit.
Wait, what does he say to
Yes.
defend it?
I can't remember. It's been like so long since I fucking watched it, but I know he fucking defends it because they tell Jim that he fucking defends it, and you know that fucking gif of him just strangling the camera?
Hmm.
That's where that comes from.
Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god.
You know, we should watch that Dark Side of the Ring because it's fucking jokes, honestly. Like just because of Jim Cornette, man.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
but fucking yeah, that was the brawl for all, and we saw that Too Cold Scorpio got his shit rocked by the Godfather. So you got the gist of what it was there.
Yeah. I'm trying to find my fucking Dick Togo picture. There it is. Fucking, I'm doing the thumbnail right now while we're doing this.
What was after fucking brawl for all?
Oh, let me go to it. It was. It was the New Age Outlaws versus Kane and Mankind.
Oh yeah, this match was good, but it lasted way too fucking long.
Yeah.
I feel like, and then for some reason they just started hitting each other with fucking weapons, even though nobody said it was fucking no DQ or not. So why were they doing that? I don't understand. Don't get it, but whatever. Fucking. Besides that, like,
This match
it
gave
was
us
alright.
the cursed image of Eric Cartman doing the suck it on somebody's sign,
Yeah, it did. It
which is
did. That was
in the
probably the only
thumbnail.
notable. Legitimately, then the entire match, Devon was trying to find that fucking sign so he could sit there and make that a PNG. So
Oh, and I found it too. Don't you worry. I
I
found it.
I know. Um, but yeah, it was a decent match. I won't say anything bad about it. Fucking Kane and Mankind won. I believe next was Hawk's apology. Am
Uh,
I correct on that?
let me see. Fuck you, goddamn thing, making me watch an ad. I'm almost done with this thumbnail. It's cursed.
Oh
Um,
god.
it was after that was the Triple H versus X Pac match.
Okay. This match I honestly didn't care about. It was for the number one contendership for the Intercontinental title. China
Mm-hmm.
helped Triple H win, and there's this like Ascension and DX, and it's like, oh, okay. I didn't
No.
really care. Um, and after that was Hawk.
Yes. After that was Jeff Jarrett versus Hawk, but first we got Hawk's
Okay.
apology.
Yep, because he was the week prior. Of course, we've already covered the episode of Raw where Hawk gets pushed off by Draws off the fucking Titantron. Um, but this was the startup to that storyline because the week prior is when they started up Hawk just drinking and being fucking drunk while doing wrestling matches, so he was fucked up. So he did an apology and basically just said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and to the WWF universe and fucking all this shit. And then he wrestled a match against Jeff Jarrett, of all people, because we cannot escape ever from Jeff Jarrett. And he beat Jeff Jarrett with a neck breaker.
Yep.
Of all moves. But yeah, that was that. Ah, fuck. My brain. Was next Kaientai?
Hold on a second.
Am I correct?
Fucking. Did you talk about everybody that came out in the Jeff Jarrett match?
I did not. No, I did not. Fucking Southern Justice of the Godwins came out, and then fucking to help fucking the Road Warriors. Goddamn Draws comes out in these fucking weird ass fucking pants, and he scares off Southern.
Southern.
It's so late, man. Southern Justice and fucking Jeff Jarrett. One man scares off 3 people, and it's Draws. Like, why? But
Then Draws looks like he's fucking on drugs.
he always does, man.
But so yeah, after that was well, we got a promo by Vince McMahon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking, Vince McMahon does a promo, basically trying to cause dissension between Undertaker and Stone Cold. And Undertaker's like, fuck that shit, Stone Cold, I still want to tag team with you. Although, when it comes to SummerSlam, I'm going to kick your ass for the world title. And that was kind of the gist of it.
Yeah.
Wasn't really much and shit. So that was that.
And next we got the beginning of the CHOPPY or PEEPEE with
Yep.
Val Venus and Taka Michinoku versus fucking Dick
Kaientai.
Togo and Funaki of Kaientai. But Val Venus comes out and he's doing the whole hello ladies thing, and we see that apparently Val Venus slept with Mrs. Yamaguchi, and so because he did that, Mr. Yamaguchi is pissed, and we see that last week Kai and Tai told Val Venus they were gonna choppy his pee. So yeah, we get this tag team match. Val Venus comes out, like I said, then Taka Michinoku comes out, and then Kai and Tai comes out, and they fucking start the match, and fucking um just kind of wrestle back and forth, nothing too crazy. Fucking Funaki was wrestling in a jacket and jean shorts, and fucking Dick Togo was wearing an Iron Maiden shirt, and fucking then next thing we know, Taka Michinoku starts beating up Val Venus, and Kai and Tai takes Val Venus out of the ring, and they drag him backstage, and that's pretty much where that ends. For now, anyway. But you can talk about this, Austin, because up next was the uh, Dan Severn versus D'Lo Brown match for the European Championship randomly.
Yeah. Fucking, this match is basically made for no goddamn reason, and Dan Severn is working with a fucking hurt knee. Like,
Yep.
what the fuck?
And he wrestled in a
And
t-shirt as well.
he wrestled in a fucking sweaty ass t-shirt, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking, legitimately, this match really didn't mean nothing. I will say there was somebody in the crowd that Devon pointed out that said D-Lo fan club. He said that was Miguel.
Yeah, there was like a guy that
Uh,
had a sign. It said D'Lo Brown Fan Club. It was just that guy.
and fucking D'Lo won by disqualification because Ken Shamrock sat there and started just attacking D'Lo, and fucking Steve Blackman for no reason came out, and
Hmm.
goddamn Mark Henry also for no reason came out, and
Don't forget, Austin. Then Ken Shamrock comes out
I know
because why
that's
not?
and then he fucking whoops D'Lo's ass.
Yeah, he fucking throws Mark Henry into the fucking steps. Like, I don't know what this man was on, but he hurled Mark Henry into them steps.
I don't fucking know, dude. And then D'Lo gets the win via disqualification. And D'Lo's going up the ramp, and then we just see, as JR called it, the Enigma Edge
Hmm.
just fucking bitch slap fucking D'Lo, and then he just dips. And D'Lo's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then he's like, "Oh, yeah, all right," and then dips.
Yeah, this was Edge around when he debuted, and like I think at first, fucking, he had a different name. Wasn't it like a cursed ass name? Yes, Sexton Hardcastle. I remember that.
Oh God.
And then fucking they changed his name to Edge, and I remember he had his debut match against Owen Hart, and then they kind of didn't really know what to do with him. So this is probably like one of the weirdest points in Edge's career. They give him like this mysterious guy gimmick, like calling him the Enigma Edge and shit. And we even seen this at SummerSlam because Edge was at SummerSlam. They gave him this weird gimmick where he would like come out, wrestle, and then just leave through the crowd, or he would just randomly come out in segments and just do random shit and then leave and try to be mysterious. It was just really weird gimmick that they gave Edge. I don't know why.
Fuck if I know, dude.
By the way, I sent you the thumbnail.
I know it looks cursed. Uh, but fuck, I think this is where we got another. Or no. It was fucking Tiger Ali or something. Who was it? What was his name?
We were introduced to a new cursed wrestler who goes by the name of Tiger Ali Singh, Austin. And this guy's whole character was the typical foreigner that hates the USA. And he came out. Sorry, I was grabbing my phone charger. He came out and was pretty much just saying how much he fucking hates the USA and how terrible it is. And he started talking about how American women will do anything as long as it's for cash. And he said this was the most random segment ever. He said, "I bet you, um, I could get any of these women to go topless, or no, not topless, to take off their clothes for $500." He says, "So any of you American women here tonight, if uh if you take off for every piece of garment that you take off, I will give you $500. And fucking so fucking he tells uh, his henchman. I don't really know. There's this random guy. Fucking the commentators are calling him Babu. I don't know if that was his name, but so Babu, fucking, he tells him to pick a random lady out of the crowd to take her clothes off. I'm not even joking. So he picks this like ugly ass like fat woman, and so she gets in the ring, and Tiger Ali Singh says, I will give you $500 for every piece of clothing that you take off. And so she takes her top off, and then fucking Jerry Lawler is like acting like he's gonna throw up, and she goes to take off her pants, and Jerry Lawler says, I'd rather pass a kidney stone than to see her get naked. And fucking so she goes to take her bra off, and Tiger Ali Singh is like, he's like, stop, 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 and he's like all disgusted, and he says, as a matter of fact, I'll give you $500 for every piece of clothing that you put back on. And then he starts talking about how American women are disgusting, and he was like, see, you guys will completely and utterly humiliate yourselves just for a little cash and shit. And that was pretty much that segment. It was random as fuck, and it was cursed. And I don't know if we're ever gonna see Tiger Ali sing again, but yeah, that was completely fucking random.
Bro, I don't fucking know if we're gonna see Tiger Ali singing either. Fucking, but he was cursed.
He must
And
not have
there
been
was
there
like,
past 1998, because I don't remember him in any of the other stuff we did in 1999. So
I didn't even know who he was until tonight, bro.
me neither.
Yeah, I know so many cursed people, bro. Like,
Oh, now you know another one.
my forte is cursed people.
Yep.
uh, but then after that, we get what was supposed to be the last 8 seconds of fucking Val Venus getting his PP choppy.
Mhm.
Um, and we didn't see that because they cut it out, but we saw it on the YouTube video, and it was cursed. If you want to explain it, Devon.
So they take Val Venus into this room, and there's like this table set up or something, and Mr. Yamaguchi grabs a katana and starts waving the katana around, which is kind of racist. And basically they close the door, and JR's like, "Oh, they're not actually going to do that, are they?" And the part that was cut was uh basically a team of like fucking crew or whatever, like backstage crew, try to like get into the room, and when they open the door, they see Val Venus is like, they have his like hands tied and shit, and he's like ass naked, and it's made to look like his fucking penis is on the table, and fucking they show Mr. Yamaguchi swing the katana down, and that's just where it cuts. So
Now, do you want to know what they did, what the cliffhanger led to the next week?
what?
So, Val Venus did not get his dick chopped off, and you want to know the reason?
Hmm.
This is credited as a Vince Russo idea as well.
Oh, great.
Um, so the reason is because it was cold and there was
Oh,
shrinkage.
oh my god.
Yep. So that was the resolution to that storyline. After the next week, it was done. He wasn't feuding with Kai and Tai after fucking that.
So let me get this straight. Fucking they fucking so Val Venus sleeps with this guy's wife. He swears he's gonna get revenge on him by chopping his penis off. They go to chop his penis off, but doesn't actually get it chopped off because it was cold and he had shrinkage. And so Mr. Yamaguchi just lets it go, and that's just it.
Yep.
Why? Was this whole storyline Vince Russo's idea?
Yes.
Like, oh.
Vince Russo is also the same guy that when he first started with the company, he did a storyline where Goldust's real life wife got pregnant in storyline and then had a miscarriage. So, just saying, he's not the brightest.
Well, what kind of storyline is Goldust's wife having a miscarriage? Like, what did that lead to?
Nothing. Absolutely
Oh
nothing.
my god! So do all his
Do you get why I
storylines
don't
just
like
lead to
Vince Russo?
nothing?
A
Well,
lot of his does.
like I've seen some of his storylines play out in WCW, but I thought that was just WCW. I didn't know it was like everywhere
No.
he did
No, that's
storylines was
everywhere.
like that.
Why do you think Jim hates him so much?
So like, why would his storylines lead to nothing? Like, did he just not know where to go with it?
Yes, that's exactly the thing. He'll just go along with shit.
Oh my god.
He just throws shit at the wall, and if it sticks, it sticks. Bro.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Fucking. And the sad part is, Vince would actually sit there and agree with Vince. And be like, oh, that's a great idea, Vince.
So the
Like,
Vinces were in
legitimately.
agreement with each other.
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Like, you could just look up how many bad storylines Vince Russo created, going through WWE, fucking WCW, and TNA. All of them are bad, bro, and they lead to shit. They lead to absolute dog shit.
Oh my god. Well, the only thing really left to talk about on this show, uh, we did get this funny promo with The Rock and Owen Hart where they had a really fucking young, like, this was young Michael Cole. And
Yeah.
The Rock, they basically were asking The Rock and Owen Hart about fucking what they thought about the Undertaker and Stone Cold segment from earlier, and The Rock was basically saying like they don't care about those two jabronis and they want to sit there and play, oh, this is my title, your title, my title, my title. And The Rock said he didn't care about any of that. And he said he didn't give two pieces of monkey crap about it. And fucking and the fucking because it was Jim Ross that asked the question, and The Rock said, he said, first of all, The Rock should lay the smackdown on you for asking a stupid question like that. But so then we get to the main event of this show, which was for the WWF Tag Team Championships. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's also the WWF champion, and the Undertaker defending against The Rock and Owen Hart. And this match was like fucking like 10 minutes long,
Yep.
and it was weird because Stone Cold was wrestling with an elbow pad on, and the whole dynamic of the match was, oh, is Stone Cold and the Undertaker going to be able to coexist or whatever? And they coexisted pretty well actually, and fucking basically it's just regular old tag team match, nothing too crazy until fucking the end where Stone Cold and The Rock are fighting on the outside, and then The Undertaker hits a tombstone on Owen Hart, pins him 1, 2, 3, and they retain the tag team titles. And then all of a sudden, fucking Mankind gets in the ring, and Mankind starts beating up The Undertaker. And then here comes Kane with a chair, and Kane gets in the ring and he goes to swing the chair at The Undertaker, but misses and hits Mankind with the chair. And the commentator, basically, they've been like, uh, one of the things Vince said earlier was like, there's a conspiracy of like the Undertaker, or like, are the Undertaker and Kane working together or not? And this was like another part of that where the commentators are like, oh, did Kane hit Mankind on purpose or whatever? And fucking, so then Undertaker takes the chair from Kane, and then Undertaker hits Mankind with the chair, and fucking then all of a sudden here comes the New Age Outlaws, and they get in the ring and start fighting, and everybody's brawling all over the fucking place. And fucking what happened after that?
Fucking, they're just brawling and shit, and that's kind of just where it ended. I think fucking Stone Cold hit a stunner, and that's where it ended.
And basically this show was on the lead up to the SummerSlam 1998 that we reviewed, so you can go check out that review if you want to. Uh, but yeah, this whole thing was like Undertaker saying, "Oh, um, we're gonna be tag team partners until SummerSlam, and then at SummerSlam, I'm gonna take what's mine, which is the WWF Championship." And fucking, then Vince like didn't want them to be tag team champions for some reason.
Yeah.
But that was the August 3rd, 1998 episode of Raw is War. Fucking God knows what else we're gonna fucking review at this point. But fucking, I don't know, because there's so many cursed moments, especially in WWF, because they were just doing anything back then. And so there's probably a lot more cursed shit we can watch.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was August 3rd, 1998. What did you think of it overall, Austin?
Cursed, but not as cursed as what we usually watch. So, I mean, honestly, I feel like we could go to these shows and stuff if we ever need a break from like WCW or TNA. Because,
Mm-hmm.
like, I feel like these shows are a lot less. They're cursed, don't get me wrong, but they're a lot less cursed than those shows. So I definitely I enjoyed it, but it
Mm-hmm.
was still cursed a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't, honestly, the most cursed thing I was gonna say was the choppy choppy or PP thing, but the Tiger Ollie sing thing was pretty fucking cursed, and
Yeah,
the
that
Hawk
caught me off
shit
left.
was pretty fucking cursed.
Yeah, those both caught me kind of out of left field there.
Yeah,
I was not expecting that.
and just from what you were describing, even though it wasn't that cursed on this specific show, the Brawl for All was cursed in general.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, there was also something I tried looking up for this show, but I couldn't find anything on. If anybody knows any information about it, please put it in the comments below, because I'd be interested to know what the fuck this is. They were advertising something called WWF Code Red, and I don't know what the fuck it is. When I look it up, all that comes up is there's like a WWF Code Red logo, but it doesn't say anything about it, and I can't find anything about what it was, and the only thing that comes up is like Impact Wrestling Code Red. But if anybody knows what the fuck WWF Code Red was, please put it in the comments below. I would be interested to know what the fuck that was. Um, but yeah, besides that, that's pretty much gonna do it for this review. I don't know what we're gonna be reviewing next. Um, but I know we started working on XWF, so we're probably gonna get the rest of XWF done. So look forward to that, and look forward to more TNA and WCW coming soon. And Jesus Christ, man, the only gets more cursed. I feel like, this and the first episode of XWF is our first wrestling reviews of 2024, and I just get this feeling that, you know, the wrestling reviews are going to be so much more cursed this year than they were last year.
Maybe. That's the fun of it, man.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in the next review.